You know, it used to be that if you were out in public and you saw someone kind of talking to themselves, you know, with no one else around, no one in nearby, you might have thought, oh, maybe this person is, you know, having a conversation with somebody that you can't see or that doesn't exist or whatever. But now it's actually pretty normal. I mean, it's not strange enough to be noteworthy when you're out in public and you see someone talking to themselves, because they could have a little thing in their ear and they're having a conversation. Or they could be like I'm doing right now. They could be doing a video call with someone or doing a YouTube video. So it's kind of not that strange anymore to see someone talk to themselves. And it's kind of weird. It's like when I first did live streams, it felt weird to just talk to myself. I mean, I know I'm looking at the phone, I'm seeing an image of myself talking, but it's really sort of a variation on talking to yourself. But then the fun thing is, whenever people come in to the live stream and, you know, you interact with them in messages and chat and stuff, that makes it more like, it makes it closer to an actual conversation. But then sometimes some of those people that come in just want to trick you into saying things or get you to say things, or frequently, and I don't know how this ever became a thing, frequently they will say, oh, my grandmother just died. Oh, my dog just died. Oh, my wife's having an affair. Something like that. Or cheated on me. And that's one that's kind of hard for me to understand, because I think, why are they doing that? Now, a funny one lately when I've done this is people say, hey, can you say happy birthday to me? And the name they give you is something that looks innocent, but when you say it, it's really something you probably would rather not say, you know, on a live stream. But then, you know, it's also kind of funny because it's kind of like, it's like a prank. They're being pranky, trying to do a prank. And that is fun. Sometimes, not it's fun to be pranked. It's fun that they're trying to prank you. And you're going, oh, yeah, right. I couldn't possibly ever work that out in my head. But anyway, I am at, well, you won't believe where I'm at. I'm at Walmart parking lot. And I'm just watching some people go by. And Jason's in shopping. And we just got an oil change. And you will not believe the price we paid for an oil change, because it was low. It was $34.96, something like that. And I mean, the actual price was more like $58, but I had a coupon that I got online for $25 off. So we got a bargain, probably the best bargain you can get around here. Yeah, under $35 for an oil change. Not bad. Now, when we initially called around to try to find places, most of them were like over $100. So we got a massive good deal today, which is nice. And we went to this place called Take 5, which to me suggests by the name that it takes like a 5-minute oil change, right? Which I've actually had a 5-minute oil change before, In fact, I probably had a 4-minute oil change before. Really, when a place is all set up to do quick oil changes, it's quick. But this one, we were there for almost 40 minutes. And there was just a lot of talking and people and signing and do you want this and do you want that and what about this and can we top off that? And I'm glad we got the oil change for a good price. But the place I used to go to, I mean, you drive in, boom, oil change, pay, and you're out the other side in 5 minutes. But they were actually nice, and it was it's one of those places where you drive in and there's like a pit under your car that they can just walk down into and do whatever they need to do. But I'm glad that it worked out. I'm glad that we got an oil change. I'm glad for a lot of things. I'm actually really glad that I have this coat because this is the first, it's cold today, and this is the first day that I've actually worn it in this season, and it's toasty warm. It's the warmest coat I've ever had. I could even show you the inside of the coat. Has this kind of foil lining, which I like. There. And it's supposed to reflect your body heat back inside of your coat. And I guess it does. I mean, it's insulated and stuff too, but it's a nice coat. I like it. Jason and I both got new coats last year, and it's nice to have a coat that keeps you warm. In fact, it's so warm I don't always even have to have my hat on. But anyway, speaking of talking to yourself, I don't know where everybody is. I've been doing this for now 7 minutes, and I don't think anyone's even come in to my live stream, which is odd because usually by, 3 to 5 minutes, there's usually somebody in there. But I think this is just one of those changeable things that changes, just like things change changeably, So I guess I should probably just accept that that's the way things are. But yeah, nobody here listening to me talk to myself while sort of pretending that I'm talking to another person. But there's nobody here. There's nobody, there's nothing. That ship has sailed, I guess. Yeah, something is different. It seems to me, anyway, what I've noticed. The way my channel works does seem a little different in the past a month, maybe. It seems like, that when I put videos up, they kind of get the same amount of views, but they don't get them in the same time frame. Like, I used to put one up, and if it was going to get like 1,000 views, it would get that probably in the first day, or maybe even 6 hours. But now, when I put them up, if they get a high view number, it takes a couple days, maybe, or a day or two to really hit those numbers. And I don't know why. I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything different, but just an observation. Just seems like, things are different. And when I used to do live streams, like I said, usually there'd be some people in by the 5-minute mark, but that doesn't seem to be happening these last several ones I've done. So I should just accept that's the way it is. So anyway, I'm really coming up on 10 minutes here with not a single, even a troublemaker coming in here to try to get me to say something rude. So I think I'm done. So thanks for tuning in the future, if you in fact do. And if it continues this way, I might stop doing these. But we'll see. So anyway, Thanks for watching if you in fact have, or do, or are going to, or in some version of the multiverse, it's going to happen. Bye.